Okay, hello everybody. It is Allie from Alice Kayla Crafts. I'm back with another video. This one, it's kind of a weird one. I have been kind of in like a creative block all week, so I haven't really been creating anything new. But I have, as most creatives have, a ton of unfinished projects. So today, since I still am not feeling all that creative and like new ideas, I'm going to finish those unfinished projects. So I have a list of unfinished projects I need to do, and we're going to see how many I can finish. So I think today's going to be a little bit like a studio vlog, or I want to make a video, and I'm doing all these things today, so I'm going to take you along with me. So that's pretty much the intro. Enjoy the video, and I shall see you later. Okay, hey, now it is VoiceOver Allie, and now there you saw my to-do list for today. I forgot one thing, but we'll get to that later. Anyways, the first task of the day was to fix my husband's sweatpants. They had a hole in the crotch, and he wanted me to fix them. The fix isn't super pretty. He said that he wasn't planning on wearing them outdoors. He just wanted to have them around the house and didn't want there to be a hole anymore. So I just quickly stitched them up. It was something that I have been putting off for a while, even though I knew that it would only take me like 5 minutes. So I did it. Only took me 5 minutes. Checked it off the list pretty easily. Okay, the next thing that I was going to do, I forgot to put on the list, but it was fix these patches that I had made for my Etsy shop. Some of them were unfinished. So basically, I just finished them up. Pretty simple. These patches I made for my Etsy shop. They are little sunsets, and they're made out of all recycled material. And I really like how they came out. So if you want to buy them, check them out in my Etsy shop. I have a bunch of them. Next thing I started to do was I needed to coffee dye some paper for a project that I was doing later in the day. So I brewed some really thick instant coffee, so I added a lot of the instant coffee, and then went on dyeing some paper. Pretty self-explanatory. But I wanted to make sure I started this one earlier in the day because the paper had to dry and everything before I could do the other project. And after that, I had to finish making these journal cards that I had started like forever ago. I really just needed to stitch around the edges. These were made from prints from my jelly plate, and I scanned them and will probably be making a printable with them, and also will be including them in some of my junk journal mystery kits, which are also on my Etsy shop, so you can check those out as well. If you want a jelly print card, let me know in the comments if you purchase something, and I will definitely include it. After that, it was time for me to hang up all the coffee dyed paper. I have this little drying rack right outside my apartment, and so I just went out and hung them all to dry. After this, I started working on something that I have had for probably, it's been years. Yeah, it's definitely been years. It's this paint by numbers, and I really like it, and I really want to finish it, but it's just so big, and I keep just forgetting. So today, my plan wasn't to finish it, because there's a lot, but just to work on it. And I actually worked a lot on it today, especially later in the day, but I only filmed it once. So I just spent some time relaxing, doing a little paint by numbers. It was a lot of fun, big fan. project that I had been putting off forever were these pants. I got them at Goodwill and they didn't quite fit perfectly, and so I wanted to fix them. I had started it and like messed up a few times, and so I kind of just stopped and didn't want to go back to it. But I was like, no, I'm going to fix these pants so that I actually wear them instead of just having them not able to be worn. So I tried them back on and I realized that there was only one small spot that needed to be fixed, and then they'd be perfectly wearable. They're not perfect, but they, again, are wearable, and I like kind of how they turned out. So I just pinned them up, sewed them, trimmed everything, bam.
Wait till we're in the mission thing and then hit purchase all. Yeah. So when you buy armor in the mission, it just this suit's got
And last but not least, what I use the coffee paper for, I make homemade journal cards for my mini-sized junk journal kits, and so I needed to make a bunch of those. So I make collages on paper and then cut them up, and then I use the coffee dyed paper to be the back side of it so that the back side has some interest instead of just normal craft paper. So what I do is I cut the coffee dyed paper to 3x4 because it's the size of all the journal cards, and then glue on the collage sheet that's cut to around 3x4, trim any extras, and then sew along the edges. Again, in my Etsy shop for the mini junk journal kits. I did a lot that day, and I'm pretty proud of all the things that I was able to accomplish and all the projects I was able to finish. I'm probably going to do more of these kinds of days, so if you enjoyed this video, please let me know, and I can continue to film my get things done days. I hope this inspired you to get some of your unfinished projects done. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye!